Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Proof of Stake Experiment Season 2. We've been staking 11 different coins to find out which one profits and stakes the most, where we invested $250 in each of them. If you want to find out more about these episodes, you can check out the playlist where I've provided a link in the description below. But before we check our wallets, let's have a look at what's going on in the crypto world. And in crypto news today, we're looking at the total market cap of 249.3 billion, BTC dominance of 69.17, and a total volume of 68.71. As you can see, Bitcoin is taking a beating at the moment. Actually, the entire crypto market cap is taking a beating at the moment. We're have a look at BTC. So a few hours ago, there was a huge drop from 10,000 to under 9,000. Which we're not too sure why. Someone must have had a huge sell-off in terms of BTC price, which tanked the market, and it was being supported around 10,000 for a while, actually very shaky around 10,000. However, this drop just killed off the entire market. BTC taking along all the other altcoins as well. As you can see, Ethereum is losing around just shy of 9%, even Ripple's losing shy of 6%. Some bigger losers such as BNB losing about 12.6%, and so forth around 10%. So everything took a hit of around minimum, I'd say about 5% to about 12% to about 13%. So that's the market at the moment. Will it recover? We'll have to find out. We're not too sure what's going to happen with this market. It's always bear markets, so next week it'll probably be high above 10,000, who knows. But if it keeps on going down, it's not a good look in my view. And in other news, Binance just recently launched a lending platform where you can lend out 3 different products: BNB, USDT, and Ethereum Classic, and it proved to be extremely popular. Each of these had a maximum amount of subscribers that you could subscribe to, and the limits reached within everything got reached within around 10 minutes. So BNB were offering 15% annualized for if you lent out your BNB with them, USDT 10% annualized, and Ethereum Classic at 7% annualized as well. So extremely popular. Everything got lent out in 10 minutes. So if you were too late to lend out, then it was first come first serve, so you wouldn't have got in. Most people wouldn't have got in. I certainly didn't get in as well because I was way too late for this. However, I need to warn people about lending platforms, especially on exchanges, that your cryptos are never safe when you leave any cryptos on any exchange. So I need to warn you that don't ever put everything you have in any lending platform. As you remember from back in the days of BitConnect, where it was such a big deal, where people say, oh, it's not a scam, and then they get hacked, or then they run off with all your cryptos. It can happen with any exchange. So even a big trustworthy exchange like Binance, it can happen. And remember, Binance have already been hacked once, but they had enough funds to refund everyone with the same amount. So just a warning, be careful when you lend out your cryptos to these companies, unless you're doing it yourself. That's fine because you have full control. Now you're probably thinking, oh, but Compound Finance is also lending, right? So it should be the same thing. However, Compound Finance is different because it's a smart contract locked within Ethereum, so you're guaranteed to get your DAI back, whereas Binance, what's your guarantee to get your money back? Now I tweeted to CZ around this and he didn't reply, obviously. So if they do get hacked, you're going to lose all your cryptos basically. So be careful, folks, with these lending platforms. And in other news, we have Craig Wright, also known as Fakesatoshi, having to forfeit 50% of his Bitcoin in a court case. So he's going through a legal battle at the moment with one of his old business partners, David Kleiman. David Kleiman deceased back in 2015, and according to an audience member, the judge rejected Wright's testimony, stating that he perjured himself from providing the court with falsified documents. So Craig handed over some forged documents claiming that these documents were from 2012. However, within that document there was a font used that was used in 2015. So everyone saw this, and judge said, look, you have to hand over 50% of your bitcoins, and which they have 1 million between them. So that's a lot of money. That's like 10 billion, well, 9.5 billion at the moment, which is a lot of money. So that's what's been happening with Mr. Wright. And if you ever hear that Craig Wright claiming to be Satoshi, then it's a whole load of BS, because he's definitely not. So here's our wallets. We have an ARC wallet, and there's no stakes, which is quite strange because usually we do have consistent stakes for this. I might need to change the delegates. I will check that a bit later. Exclusive coin is doing extremely well. So the last stake that we received was here. So 0.5 here. Let's do a little count of how many. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stakes for this week. And moving on to Reddcoin. Reddcoin, we have one stake for 205.49, so that's a nice stake. And having a look at Galleon wallet, still no stakes for this one, I don't believe. So still need to check what's happening with this one, or maybe we need to wait another 20 days perhaps. We'll see what happens with this one. So far Galleon is Tezos. I don't know, there seems to be something really unuser friendly about this process of staking with Tezos, and I personally think the user experience is not that great in terms of space staking, because even the easiest way you have to choose a delegate is probably ARC wallet, because you have a list of delegates that you can already choose within its wallet. And plus Tezos don't have their own actual wallet. I mean, they have lots of third-party provided wallets, however they don't have an official one, which kind of is slightly sucks, to be honest. Now let's have a look at Stratis, and we don't have any stakes for this one, so let's move on to the next batch of wallets. So here's Loom network. We have a total of 32.68, which is a pretty good stake of around 4, and I've just claimed another 4.6, so I'll do the calculations a bit later. Moving on, we're going to have a look at Compound to see how this is doing, and it's doing rather well again at 5.27 DAI. And as you can see, the supply APR has dropped slightly, just dropped around 1%, however still above 10%, which is very, very good. So DAI still smashing it in terms of lending and staking. We're going to move on to our next batch of wallets. So now moving on to our O3 wallet, and as you can see, we've got 0.032 gas and a total of 3.45 ONG, which I'll do some calculations there. But so far, still the easiest to stake is this one, and that's just gone through. The 0.03 has just gone through in terms of staking, in terms of claiming those rewards, and that's just been done there. However, I'll do those calculations in a bit for ONG. Now we're going to have a look at our Trust wallet, and we're going to have a look at VThor. So we have 750.64 VThor that we've gained, and I'll do those calculations after. Moving on to Tomochain, and as you can see here, we could have 1.5258. I believe there's been a few stakes that's constantly been staked, so we can have a look at all the rewards that is happening every day. And as you can see, the price action here has gone down slightly, but overall still staking very well in terms of stakes for Tomo. And we're going to do some calculations. So here we have this week's stakes. Exclusive Coin smashing it at 85 cents. DAI in second place at 63 cents. Reddcoin coming in at third place with 30 cents. Tomochain 15 cents. Loom Network 13 cents. Gas, Ontology Gas at 6 cents. Thor token at 5 cents. And Neo Gas at 4 cents. So here's the Proof of Stake League episode number 8, and we have DAI still at number 1 with a good amount of profit at $5.38. As you can see, the price of DAI has gone up slightly, however that should correct over time. It shouldn't go any higher than 1.02, but an ROI of about 2.15% and a daily staking average of around 9 cents. So still very stable, and especially stable in today's price because the whole of the crypto market has taken a big hit in the price at the moment. So everything is down, however, because DAI is a stable coin, it stays at the same price. But imagine, so you can see the daily staking average of around 9 cents a day, but what if you had $2,500 staking? So you get around 90 cents a day, which is pretty good. 90 cents per day, which works out to be about $28 per month, just from staking, just from lending out and compounding over time as well. So imagine if you had 25,000. Okay, that's, now we're talking, we're getting around $9 a day. We'll be getting around $9 a day, which is about $280 a month, which is pretty good. And remember, that would also compound. So obviously the more you have, the more you'll stake with DAI. So, and people are asking, how do I lend out DAI? I will be doing a video on how to lend out DAI very soon. But looking at number 2 spot, we have Exclusive Coin also doing extremely well with 55 stakes received with a profit of $4.24, and that gives us an ROI of about 1.69 and a daily staking average of around 7 cents, which is really good as well. Very consistent in terms of stakes. Reddcoin at number 3 spot, again very consistent, with shame about the price dipping for all of these altcoins, though they have dipped around 6%. Some of them have recovered slightly, such as Tomochain has recovered since last week. It's gone up like 1 cent since last week, so at 49 cents we have a profit of about $1.12 and an RO of 0.45%, which previously was in 5th place but now is in 4th place, so that's doing very well. Loom has dropped down 1 position from 5th place to 4th place, and Ontology has recovered 1 position up, so from 7th place to 6th place, and Thor has gone down 1 place as well. So those are the notable assets that we can see that have made gains and losses, but we'll check back next week. So here's a quick chart to look at. So we have DAI still lagging behind $6, Exclusive Coin just behind at just over $4, Reddcoin, Tomochain, Loom still need to do a bit of work. However, due to the price of cryptocurrency, it's unfair to compare it to the DAI price at the moment because DAI is always going to be pegged to the USD. However, this could change very soon. That's all we have time for today's episode. Remember to give a subscribe if you enjoyed the show and you want to keep up to date with all the videos that's going to come. Also, give a thumbs up and click on the notification icon as well, so keep up to date with all the new videos that are going to come from this channel. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, go to the website, and I have a Facebook page now. So happy staking, guys. I'll see you next week.